Greetings, fellow Demon Slayers. This is Taimanin Mari and Tak, and we're here today with another action Taimanin video. And for today, Tak and I just have to admit that we fucked up. Go buy your
This is
Kirara
fucking
gear.
awkward.
It's really awkward. Go buy your Kirara gear. We fucked up. She's broken. So we're gonna show you why. We're gonna explain in depth why, and then we're gonna do our tier list revision for her and take her out of the loser tier. Um, all right, let's go to the character.
This is all you, bro.
No,
I'm
you have
like,
to help me. Don't throw me to
you
the
know,
wolves. They're gonna crucify me. All
they're
right.
crucifying my ass too. So I'm already gonna take the beating with you. So just explain.
Okay. So last night, Wolf and I got together. We both had free time, and we started talking about this weapon. And then I started questioning if it's better than her Rebellious. So Wolf is a math guy. We start looking at what this weapon is doing at S1. So at S level 1, when we were playtesting it, this weapon was hitting almost as hard as my Rebellious weapon was hitting when I did Tower 75 on her punch, on her Snow Leopard Fist. So we
Okay,
basically
I got.
started wondering, well, what was the mindset of Grimmery when they made this weapon? What were they thinking? Because like, if this is hitting that hard, is it good? So we started thinking, well, what did they make this weapon around? Because it doesn't go with her. It doesn't go with her supporter. So
Yeah,
we started talking about. We went to obviously it didn't work. They don't work together. So then we thought about Tokiko, and I think that weapon, I really think the devs like made it to work with this supporter. I think they go together. The reason I say that is because the weapon has a critical damage roll on it, which there's no ultra rare that has that until now. It just has flat critical damage here, like, oh, here you go. So this basically does what those super rare weapons do, except it's ultra rare, so it has way higher base stats. So that's a huge plus. That 30% critical damage is a lot. In hindsight, I don't know why we didn't see that, but yeah, it's a shit ton of damage. On top of that, when you get it to S5, the particle cost is only 1. So the moment you get one particle, you're pretty much going to always have the instant 100% criticals on your punch. And the final hit of the punch freezes enemies. So all you really have to do is like land a punch, and then you have a grace period of 3 seconds. You could do whatever you want to them. You could chain into another skill, hit them for double damage, because that's what freeze does. When you hit a freeze, it breaks and you deal double the damage you would have. The other OP thing about this weapon is that it literally says not affected by the enemy's critical rate reduction effect. So shit like bonus stages, she would just ignore the bonus stage. You would just go in there and mow them down, because the weapon doesn't care about that. So,
Alright, so I do have one question for you. So the question that I have for you, the one that says particles, does it eat particles each punch she does, or is it the whole set of the punches?
you pay one
That's the part
particle and it's the entire combo.
Okay, so
It doesn't
I thought
like
it
drain
would.
your particles. Like you'll
Okay,
still see ults.
okay. So alright, that actually makes sense then. Okay, that was the one thing I was like we were worried about when we first initially saw. It's like that's just a lot of particles she's gonna eat basically.
So basically, this having the whole guaranteed critical thing on a skill going on, and the critical damage, it really felt like a weapon version of just Tokiko. So we put them together. Tokiko's for bossing, and the weapon is for when you're fighting mobs. You just get the guaranteed crits on your punch. It works really well. Outside of that, now you can abuse critical damage in your build. You don't need crit rate in your build, because you have a weapon and a supporter that force you to crit, and a weapon that ignores crit rate reduction. So you don't need to stack crit. So now you can just abuse Tokiko's active. You can abuse the fact that she shreds super armor. This build shreds super armor. Like they're not allowed to have it with Tokiko 1. And on top of that,
Like
yeah, huh?
okay. That's why Kitty Mom's not in the build anymore.
That's why Kitty Mom's not in the build.
Her.
The lowly replaces her. The lowly gives you flat 20% damage, and then gives you critical damage whenever you crit, and you're guaranteed to crit.
Okay.
So you get 50% up damage to bosses, critical damage at all times. It's ridiculous. Okay, and then on top of that, this Old Faithful.
Yeah. She's faithful as hell.
So if you do the math, you have 60% critical damage from Tokiko. You have 50% from the lowly here. 48% from Kaoru. You get another 30% from the weapon if it is at S5. And then if we come up to her status and go to the Awakening, you get an additional 20% if you have your critical chance melee maxed out. Oh wait, no, wow, wrong thing. 40%. 40. Yeah, 40. Yeah, I looked at that first. Yeah, I'm an idiot. No, you get an additional 40% if you have your critical damage melee maxed out. So your grand total of crit damage with this build is 228%.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Retarded. She's
That's
literally
really
a big dumb idiot.
And you don't even need to run yellow mogs. You basically could just run. Yeah, you just run red because you don't need the critical rate or the crit. The stats from the crit because the yellow mogs because you're not getting anything out of it. So
yeah, you're guaranteed the crit, so you can just ignore crit mogs altogether and just focus on your damage output.
Oh.
So.
Wow, okay.
We're going to get into the skin, because Wolf gave me his opinion of the skin, and he kind of changed mine a little bit. I still hate Eduardo here. I hate this fucking
Eduardo? That's the NTR Paris name? Eduardo?
Eduardo. No, me, Blade Shooter, and Luther, we came up for a name for him. We call him Eduardo Bolsaco Castillo.
What the fuck kind of name? I can't even say that.
He's Spanish. He's a Spanish parrot.
I'm Spanish and I can't even say that shit.
Well, I can. So yeah, the skin, I'll get into why the skin isn't so bad. But first, we'll go show you guys the gameplay. We're gonna do bonus. And then I'm gonna show them in hard mode so they can see it without the bonus damage reduction.
Oh, this has crit damage reduction, okay. Oh, it's critical rate, basically, okay.
Won't matter with this.
Okay, I need to see this because like I can't believe you when you're like, what the fuck is this?
It's just better. Like on average, it just flat out does more damage in the Rebellious. Look at that.
What the fuck? So,
what?
Okay, I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, we were dead ass wrong with this.
Yeah, we're just wrong. She just hits really hard for no apparent reason. Look at how far that reaches.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we just fucked up. Sorry, Grimmery.
Well,
I know you're cum stains, Grimmery. Yeah, I'm sorry, Grimmery. I know I called you cum stains, but I'll lick up those cum stains because I'm a bigger cum stain. Because yeah, we fucked up. This is good. And the basics still do hit hard if you do want a basic, but you don't need to basic.
I have a question. So this is better than the Rebellious now,
Yes, it's just better. It just does more damage.
Huh. Okay. I'm
the Rebellious actually doesn't hit this hard.
Because the highest I seen you hit was like 700, I think, with your Rebellious.
Yeah,
but
this does more.
But it's not consistent like this, basically.
Okay, that boss got deleted. Did you see that?
That was like 700.
Yeah.
That was 700 from a skill, basically.
Yeah, and I did an attack buff.
Okay, that's actually... What the fuck?
On bonus, it hits for about 900 when I attack buff. I just blew him up because I don't care. But we're going to show you here. We'll like do it on a pack of mobs so the boss isn't blowing up and being an idiot.
So we even get to see the number.
I know.
We barely got to see the number for it.
No, we could do a comparison. So basically, you just come over, you frigid zone, you hop on something to get your attack buff, and then you go punch something. And it does 1,000,000 damage when it crits. Now that one didn't crit because I didn't have particles. Now I do. Now it will always crit because it doesn't cost so much.
Yeah, because there's only one particle.
Yeah, it's only one particle.
Okay, that's actually...
And then you just frigid edge while everything else is on cooldown. Just throw a frigid edge just to do more damage.
Okay.
And you just keep your attack buff up and just keep punching. See?
Okay, the thing is, I am kind of glad that her particles eating is almost like Asuka's limited gear, almost like how her weapon
yeah, it's very low.
Yeah, it's very low, which is very surprises me because I generally when I heard about this, it's like, dude, how many particles you're gonna need to basically just like to have the whole set punches? That's generally when we first thought.
Okay, now I want to show you Tokiko and stuff that we can actually see what's happening. So we're gonna dodge. We're gonna pop it here, hop on this, 3,000,000, come over here, punch these, 1.9. So that skill hits about 10 times, you would be doing 1.9 million per punch.
Jeez.
So whatever you hit is gonna explode. Even Taimanin.
I don't even think nothing could survive with that.
Yeah, well, 1.9 million times like 10 is 19 million damage, so good luck living through it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you think that she didn't really need a buff, basically?
She didn't need a buff, no.
Okay, that's actually what the fuck. Okay.
The other thing with Kirara we figured out, and the reason this is better than the Rebellious, because people are going to say, oh, well, the Rebellious has the defense down, so it's better. So Wolf and I Wolf is a math guy, as I said earlier, so we started testing. We actually had him figure out what the Frigid Zone defense down is, because the game doesn't tell you. So we sat there and had him cross-reference numbers from before the Frigid Zone was up and when it's not. And he came up that it's about 50% reduction, and then it buffs you by 20% damage. So that's all great and dandy, but it's a defense debuff that gives the enemy an icon over their head. So you see he gets a little defense down there. Mm-hmm. So the problem with Rebellious is when you hit them with the Rebellious weapon, well, let me go to the Rebellious, not that. When you hit them with this weapon, it also gives them the defense debuff icon. So the Rebellious is actually overriding Frigid Zone, and the debuff that the Rebellious gives is actually worse than Frigid Zone. So Rebellious on her doesn't synergize.
Oh, so it's like Sue with invulnerability when she has hyper armor, basically.
Exactly. Like so that's why this weapon is doing more damage, because this weapon is enjoying the Frigid Zone defense down without overriding it. This is just flat better. Okay. So when you think of it like that, the Rebellious basically, it has no effect, because you're not going to use the active. You don't need the crit rate, and you're not getting anything from the defense down because you're overriding a better defense down. So this is just a beat stick now. That's all this has been for the past year, is a beat stick, just like this.
Oh, okay then.
So this now giving 30% critical damage just makes this godlike compared to this.
Yeah, because you actually get to use the benefit of the Frigid Zone debuff. Before you didn't.
Exactly. Okay, so now you can get like crazy numbers. It's like they just took and they like unlocked her DPS cap or something. Now she could just punch things for godlike damage and not care. And the other thing is, if you look, this even has less stats than the new weapon. It's only 6,000 and then 6,800 attack. This breaks 7k and has like a little more crit. It's just flat out better.
And the damage is much more valuable because you automatically crit basically with it, so...
Yeah, it's ridiculously good. And then it ignores crit rate reduction, as you saw in the bonus stage. She just ran through it critting, she didn't care.
Okay, that's actually...
It's really OP, yeah. It would blow anything up. Anything in the game that exists in this game right now, this build, if you enchant into it and like run this set and these supporters and this weapon, you'll blow anything in the game up. There's no question about that. You'll just defense down them with Frigid Zone, walk up to them, bounce on their head, get an attack buff, and then just punch them and laugh. Say arg all along the way with your stupid parrot shaking in the wind.
Oh my god, do you know how I feel right now?
What?
I feel like that Star Trek me when I just like face pawn. Like that's how I feel.
Yeah, we fucked up. We were just wrong. We're sorry.
Yeah, that's wow.
I like to give proper information, and we honestly jumped the gun. This weapon is actually broken. In fact, this weapon is so broken it didn't need a supporter to synergize with it because it's that good.
If it did had a synergy partner like Asuka's, it'd probably be even stronger than basically.
Yeah. Like if she's doing all this with just because you changed your weapon, she doesn't need a buff. That's why she didn't get one. We were wrong. Sorry, Grimmery. I'll kiss your feet.
So she's basically the same situation as Emily. She was already strong. It's just that she was just missing one thing to open her potential, basically.
Yeah.
Which was the weapon.
All they had to do was slap some extra crit damage on her and just unlock her crit rate, and then you have a nice weapon. Like a nice build all around, not just weapon. But yeah, the whole nice setup. And it's simple. You just run Frigid Zone, obviously. You run Snow Leopard Fist, because that's the weapon's chosen ability. Snow Leopard Sprint, because it gives you a damage up. It does have a 100% uptime, so that's great. And then you just run Frigid Edge, because even though it's a range skill and it's a melee build, she still hits really fucking hard with it, so it's just good to fill the time when everything else is on cooldown. Because you don't really need the basic here, you just throw skills. All her skills kill, so... It's really easy to play, it doesn't take much thought, it doesn't matter if you fuck up. You just get up and hit them, you'll kill them eventually. Like, she hits really hard.
So obviously if you're free to play, you basically don't take the red skill, obviously, if you don't have the heavy pack.
If you don't have heavy, red skill goes. That's just there because of heavy.
Oh yeah, you may want to show people the stats of the outfit too, since you might as well. You might as well get to the outfit. Why?
Okay, so the outfit. The reason why the outfit's good, we'll have to go to in here. But the outfit has 300 attack, 307 attack, and 422 defense.
Jesus Christ.
It has really good attack. Now let's like move her up some, get her real close, really look at her. Alright, so, Kirara. Wolf pointed out that with all the shit on this skin, now he's not saying it's a good skin. Don't take it as like we love the skin and it's great. It's a stupid shit show of a skin, and I don't know why it's her limited, but it is. So we have to deal with that. But the skin, nothing on this skin is clipping except for like this little bit right here. This skin is like extremely well made. So we're not saying it's a good skin, but I can appreciate the careful effort that went, because like to have all of this stuff on a character model and none of it clip into anything is ridiculous. Like you got some fucking gold doubloons here, like this bandana's here, but it somehow is like not clipping with either her twin tail or her ribbon. And then the same thing, you have a whole parrot in her hat and he's just like comfortably in there, not really clipping into anything, and he wobbles around all over the place, and he's still like he's not like wobbling through the hat, he's just kind of there. And then the same thing, feathers, all this shit back here, like nothing's clipping. It's really neat. It's really clean. So like I can admire the work they put into it. Like you even have an anchor next to a ribbon here, and they both like their physics work in a way where they never clip with each other either. It's amazing. So, you know, that's all. It's just a well-made skin. It's still stupid as all shit, but the thing I want to get rid of can't be gotten rid of, so I'm stuck with it, because it matches the weapon, so I probably won't take it off for a while. It looks pretty. Because this weapon has such a nice glow. Look at it. It's cool.
I mean, the glow is nice.
Yeah, the glow's real nice. But, yeah, so we've kind of changed my mind about the skin a little bit, but I still think it's a stupid skin. I think if you can get everything, like to S5, I would ignore the skin. I got the skin, because if I'm going to be playing her, I might as well have all of her skin, since I'm already her bitch anyway. Now I'm even more so her bitch, because I brought her smelly pirate skin. I'm a fucking idiot for that. But now I'm just going to be kissing Kirara boots in hell for the rest of my life, because I just sold my soul buying this. But anyway, it's good. We fucked up. We're sorry. And yeah, Kirara's my friend again. for now, but I'm keeping my eye on that damn Eduardo up there. Alright, so with that being said, we're gonna come here. Alright, so me and Tack discuss where we want to put her. So I'm gonna give you Wolf's opinion because he has one. He thinks Kirara goes in S. His reason being is that she was able to clear tower with a Rebellious weapon. It actually wasn't working for her. So he thinks if she was able to do that already, she's just S tier out the gate. He thinks she should have been S tier, and we misranked her. Just because of how hard her basics hit, and because of the fact that she did clear tower with a weapon that doesn't work. But because of how drastically powerful the weapon makes her by itself, we're still going to put her in Needs Limited set. Because the weapon, it makes or breaks her. It's just OP.
Because I would say, yeah, because we were discussing about this one too, and here's what I thought. It's like, here's the thing. Because the Rebellious, for context, the pirate weapon is not available always. So I even told Mari that, like, what is the best UR weapon besides the PvP weapons for her? Is it the skull that heals you or the Rebellious? And he said it's the Rebellious, but the problem is, as you heard what Mari said, it doesn't work with the Frigid Zone since it cancels it out basically. So the way that I describe this, like, you know what? She performs way different with this, so she kind of needs a limited gear. Like it's just like, I know people are gonna say, like, what about the supporter? The thing is, the weapon is very important for her more than the supporter. If the supporter was a matching set, she would be a fucking absolute different story. But yeah, I think, yeah, she deserves to be she needs limited gear basically in the tier.
I want to show them one more thing. I want to hit a human with Tokiko up because she's in human Magas right now. So they can see how hard that hits. Not that they already saw the punch. The punches do 1.9 mil, but I want them to see her. So the skill that's meant to be your attack buff. Oh my god, Kirara, why are you bad? She got knocked out of it.
That misplay really.
Yeah, she got like freaking, like, that was like a freaking League meme, like Thug Life meme. Like they should have gave them freaking sunglasses for that freaking. They literally like knocked me out as I did it. That's the only thing with this build. You can get knocked out of the skills, but she hits so hard it doesn't matter. When you connect, you win. That's kind of what.
That's if they. Yeah. That's if they even get. That's even if they even get the chance to hit her to stop her attacks, because the hits she hits are really freaking hard, though.
There we go. All right, now, Kirara, please.
Well, this is gonna. Well, this I might got some popcorn. I need to grab some popcorn.
I'm really baked. Leave me alone. This is really bad. I can't land a freaking. Oh my god! I shouldn't have decided to do this. This is like a Game Grumps video now, where I just suck at the game in front of everyone. I never got that. Like, he really is bad at video games. It's really funny watching Game Grumps. Alright.
I have no idea who that is.
Alright, you see how much that did? 5 million? You saw that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted to show them. We're good now. I just wanted them to see how hard it hits when the Magas line up with the enemy type, so they know what they're getting in for. So basically the verdict is, what this set does is it turns this skill into a freaking thing that just destroys enemies, as well as buffs you. And it turns this skill into just a boss killer. And you wear Tokiko to just cultivate that. That's it. Frigid Zone, same thing. Frigid Zone just works with Tokiko. Shred their defense, you give yourself a big buff, and then you win. Frigid Zone is just there to do more damage.
So what if they don't have Tokiko then? Like, what would be the replacement for Tokiko, just in case?
That's the problem with this build. Kirara's whale for whales now, and there's no replacement for this. I don't think there's anything else here that I would... Like, you could run the Loli as the main, I guess, and use Kitty Mom and have sustain. But there's nothing that's going to replace quite replace what Tokiko's doing.
So if you have Tokiko,
Tokiko guarantees your critical rate. Nothing's going to replace that.
I guess, like, so for for most people, it's like hopefully you try to get it from the exchange facility, but that's
it's definitely inaccessible. I'm not saying this is something everyone's going to be doing. I'm just saying she's good if you can do this.
Yeah,
this character, this character, literally, I guess she needs a limited set. She needs a limited supporter.
Yeah, that's technically that supporter
needs a limited
is
set as hell.
Yeah, so she definitely, it's like Tokiko is basically limited at this point. She's been gone for way too long, so
she's needs limited, but still, it's good. It's just inaccessible. But if someone did pick up Tokiko, definitely consider this. It's good. Grimmery didn't do it bad. We're idiots, and we're sorry. And I feel like a fucking moron now. But it is what it is.
I can't wait for the clown.
We're admitting it, and that's what's important.
I can't wait for the clown emotes for.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. The people are gonna be like, "Amari, you suck at AC." Kiss my ring, you nerd. I knew the weapon was good from the start, even though I was right there bitching about it with you. Typical fan, right?
Pretty much.
But typical. Yeah, no, it's really good. It's like it's unbelievably good. I feel almost retarded we didn't notice. Like, so. Take it with it what you will. In other news, Wolf Theory crafted this build if anyone wants to do it. He wanted to put the Kirara on Noah so she could enjoy the sustain and get the 40% damage with a nice blue supporter because he wanted to take advantage of the sustain from Robert's Revenge. So he pretty much gets a sustain skill along with Kirara's regen. And then he just runs 2 green to fill it out. So we have this nice kitty mom here, and we have a Kaoru here. Just give you more crit rate, some crit damage, and it's a pretty fun little build. Like, she's more tanky than crazy blow up the world, but that's, that's kind of the build we're going for here. So it's fun.
Because it's sustain.
You just run her dodge, and then frickin'.
We'll probably.
You run her. Well, I'm running the Harpy Dream Shade, but Wolf likes to run Caroline's Malice. But either one is interchangeable. I like this because it hits a little harder. This, however, will give you a defense buff, so you'll basically be more tanky while sustaining. So it's up to you, but they're like either one or the other. And then we're running her Straw Dummy for Taimanin art damage. It's fun. It's a good little build. Something different. Blue, green, green. I like it. So that's where the supporter ended up. We did finish her too, in case anyone's wondering. We got extremely lucky in the banner. We got everything to S5 in the 100 pulls. So Kirara was just sitting there waiting for me to pull her. She was like, "Okay, he's finally here. Let's throw shit at him." And that's that. We'll give her a head pat. She hasn't had them in a few days. I've been a dick. So I'm sorry. And anything else you want to say before we end the video, Ty?
I'm shocked that the weapon actually is better than we thought it was. That's just wow.
Yeah.
We sounded like complete literal assholes, literally.
Yep, I talked so much shit. I was over here talking shit like I was fucking king of the world.
To be fair, though, on paper, I would not blame you because it looked really bad. It did look bad.
No, but when you start looking into it, like, I feel like Grimmery deliberately, like, I feel like everything here is deliberate. Like, I feel like every line on this weapon of text, they thought it through. And made sure, they thought about what they were doing here. Because they tailor-made this weapon to break her. And it does. I wouldn't be surprised if the devs were sitting there when they were making this weapon and thinking about what to do with the effect. I feel like they were thinking about running it with Tokiko. I genuinely do.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. She was already been out, so...
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like they were making it to work with her, and then they did what they needed to do with the supporter. In fact, this is one of the best limited sets to ever come out, because it's so good. The weapon fixes the fucking character by itself, and then the supporter can be used to, like, fix other things, like using her on Noah.
Yeah, like, or any demon character.
Or any demon character, yeah. The supporter can be used to just add sustain, or it could be used to, like, go with, whatchamacallit? Noah Murasaki build. Because, like, now that we have Kirara, we have something that, like, I wouldn't say she power creeps her, but she's an ultra rare version of her, so where the fuck is she? Yeah, this thing.
Yeah.
So you'll get better stats from Kirara than this. but this still has a better effect, which is funny. But yeah, that's the video. We've gone on long enough. I bet.
Yep. Not
Thanks
worried
for
about
watching,
Ingrid
guys. No, yeah, now Ingrid's up to the chopping block, and we'll maybe we should not jump the gun next time, and
yeah, maybe we should test the gear before we start going at a tangent.
To be fair, the gear was really stupid, and no one wanted to buy it.
I mean,
so I had to take the L and buy it to test it, and it's really good. It's really good. It's insanely good. It like changes the whole character. To have to to be able to just run around and do skills and not have to basic feels so fun. You just walk around, dodge, do some skills. You can still basic, but skills is all about skills, man. It's easy peasy. It takes no skill to play.
Yeah, because I don't know if you noticed, they did change the picture for her when.
Yeah, I noticed that they took the freaking mustache off. The thing is everyone hates the mustache. I don't dislike this part of the skin. It's the parrot I don't like.
Yeah.
So to me, I don't mind the mustache change. Like it's, I mean, honestly, the face they gave her, she looks like she kind of like shit herself, and she's like, I hope no one smells it. That's kind of the face she looks. Yeah.
She just looks like a douche, honestly, in that picture.
Douche.
That's just me. It's like she looks better with the other one. I don't know why they made her look like an absolute douche.
She does look kind of like, you know, she looks like that face with that anime where like the NTR guy is fucking the girl and he has like that grin and looking at you. Oh. That's what it looks like I'm stealing your girl face. Maybe she's like to Blackbeard, like I'm stealing your parrot.
I guess so.
She NTR'd him.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Tack. Thanks for coming on the revision and doing it with me and taking all the blame, even though I know they're gonna all hate me. I'm sorry, guys. Don't hate me. Grimmery, don't hate me. I'm an asshole. Sorry. But yeah, if you liked it, like and subscribe. What did you say?
Yeah, we're on our knees begging.
Yeah, we're on our knees. Yeah, like we really fucked up. Like, oopsie. Whoopsie. But yeah, like and subscribe, hit the bell because the algorithm is like us fucking up. And thanks again for watching. And go buy your Kirara shit. She's fine. And if you don't like the skin, still I get it. It's fucking retarded. So, yep, you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend and toodles.